Senate's proposed budget would allocate a recurring $20 million each year for higher education maintenance and renovations. Those $20 million, however, would barely make a dent in the nearly $500 million that universities were asking for.
Well, Chandler, it is still very cold and very windy out here. Still haven't seen any small children blow away though, so the temperatures will continue to drop as the day progresses, eventually hitting that low of 43. I'll have more information on just how cold the rest of the week will be and an explanation as to why. Next. Richland County Sheriff's Department describes one of the suspects as a 5 foot 7 inches to 5 feet 9 inches tall, medium-built black man, possibly in his mid-30s. The second suspect is described as an over 6 feet tall, slim-built black man, also in his mid-30s. If you have any information, you are encouraged to call Crime Stoppers at 1-888-CRIME-SC. Hopefully the duo will be caught soon. Back to you guys in the studio. You don't have to trot all around the globe to see a collection of animals this exotic. The Lacey 5 Ranch is a North Carolina drive-through safari 2 hours away from Columbia. The Lacey 5 Ranch is a few months short of 20 degrees. A trip here consists of a 3.5-mile safari with over 750 animals from 6 different continents to see. Albert Underwood is a caretaker on the ranch and an exhibit on his own.
Now the worst sugar is she'll pick your eyes, so don't worry.
You don't need them, do you?
He has worked on the ranch for 7 years and takes his job as an educator very seriously.
We'll have people on the wagon, especially kids, inner city kids, that'll call the horses cows. A lot of people have never seen an animal outside a dog and a cat. I mean, there's a lot to learn in a park like this, you know, so it's good for people to be able to see them.
But just like any other Lacey rancher, he likes to have his fun too. He tells visitors that when these ostriches get too carried away by their dinner buffet, all you have to say is,
authority.
Back.
Y'all know those words. I like what you talk to them.
And while visitors were clearly having a good time, I wanted to find out what the real stars of the show thought.
I just have a few questions to ask you. Do you mind to answer them?
No, you can't. I'm just trying to ask you some questions.
But
like most spoiled starlets, they had no comment. For more information, visit their website, lacey5ranch.com, or call 704-663-5100. The farm is located in Mooresville, North Carolina.
Now that's Noelle on the rear. She's my favorite.
And while it may be a quiet day here at the Lacey Ranch today, these little guys see over 7,000 visitors on those busier months, especially at that fall festival and around Easter. This little guy actually isn't supposed to be out here, so I'm gonna go tell someone that he escaped. For Carolina News, I'm Maria Tellez. Children playing on a warm February day might stand out mostly because of the unusually hot winter weather. But there is something more impressive about this group. All of these kids are brave warriors who are either battling pediatric cancer or have beaten it.
Today we're doing the CAPS clinic, and it's really important because I got these 2 little guys right here, and they kind of attracted to me, and we've been playing together for now about an hour, and you know, they put on the show.
We're Children's Chance. We're a statewide nonprofit that assists families that are going through pediatric cancer. We assist with all of their non-medical expenses, their social needs and emotional needs. This is the 19th annual CAPS Clinic, which stands for Children and Parents Soccer Clinic. We just want to keep the families intact and make sure that their head's always above water.
Children's Chance has been partnering with the University of South Carolina men's soccer team to bring a day of fun for the kids.
I have a 6-year-old who was diagnosed when she was not quite 2.5 of acute lymphoblastic leukemia, and we're out here enjoying the soccer program. It does her good to get out and get some exercise, even though she refuses to kick the soccer ball, but that's fine.
And that 6-year-old is Catherine. And while she seemed to have no interest in becoming a soccer all-star, she did find a passion for journalism, taking the matter, or camera in this case, into her own hands, and even conducting some interviews. Our cutest guest star reporter says back to you in the studio. Thanks, Amanda. You're right. It was opening night for the Columbia Fireflies last night as they played Augusta. While it wasn't the sold-out show that the team has experienced in the past when Tim Tebow was on the roster, they still had quite the turnout from their fans, some more rowdy than others. Take a look.
Nearly 7,000 fans came out to welcome the Fireflies' first home game of the season. And boy, were they ready to have some fun. I asked a handful of fans how they felt about the beginning of the season.
It's awesome to see the Fireflies here in Columbia. Great night. Can't beat it out here. Great food, great friends, great drinks. It's a nice time.
And while the bats were swinging and the suites were having fun, closer to the field, some fans were more excited about it being Budweiser Thirsty Thursday than opening day.
Don't tell people that. All right, so the favorite part by far is the pregame and the postgame. So on Fridays and Saturdays, it's fireworks. Pregame, you get cheaper beers, you have a nice time, you get to find your seat. The game's pretty nice too.
But no one said the love for beer and the love for bats had to be mutually exclusive.
I love them so much! And $1 beers. The Fireflies are such a Columbia institution now.
And with fans like these, the Fireflies institution has quite the season to look forward to.
The Fireflies will be hosting 70 home games this season. 11 of those will be Budweiser Thirsty Thursdays, which does mean half-price draft beers throughout the entire game. 11 will be Friday night games with those post-game fireworks, and another 11 will be Saturday night games with fireworks. So there are plenty of chances to join in on the fun this season. Trevor Beck will be up later in the show with a recap of the Fireflies' victory last night. Back to you, ladies. Now, there's no denying those Columbia trains can keep you up at night, but the city might be lowering the volume on these trains soon. The city of Columbia is considering creating quiet zones for some of Columbia's areas. A Massachusetts police officer is using his passion for boxing to make a difference. Cambridge police officer J.J. Jones. With all this talk about the Masters, let's hope the weather is here to stay. Amanda, what can we expect to see this weekend at the Masters?
Well, there is a threat of rain on Saturday, but other than that, it should be beautiful.
Well, that's always scary. Glad nobody got hurt. Glad everybody's okay.
We did have one little earthquake down in Somerville, though. That was a scare, but that's not usual up here. Yeah.
Last night, the Student Government Election Commission at the University of South Carolina announced their executive election results. John Wagner was there to give us a feel for the atmosphere inside the room.